My bike is named after El Torón. It's one of the most famous Spanish fighting bulls from Mexico. Spanish fighting bulls originate from the mountains of Europe and have been specifically bred to be fighting bulls and haven't really been in the wild for hundreds of years. And this specific breed is extremely fast, agile, super intelligent. And that's what makes it so dangerous inside the ring. They're big as a freight train, but can move like a panther. They've been in captivity forever until recently, surprisingly enough. So the Spanish had brought them over to Mexico and bred them there for bullfighting. And El Torón came from one of the most famous, well-known ranches for producing some of the best pedigree of fighting bulls in the world. This ranch, La Playa, in central Mexico in the foothills of this mountain, was so well renowned for their fighting bulls, they actually started shipping bulls from Mexico to Spain, to Portugal, to Argentina, to all over Central America, because they simply had the best pedigree of bulls. And there's a legend of El Torón comes from this ranch. The vaqueros tell stories of this one bull that was so fierce, so big, had some of the largest horns, it had the sharpest wit. It was one of the most difficult ones for them to ever wrangle. The day came when El Torón got sold. He was gonna get shipped out to Monterrey to be in a bullfight. The vaqueros were really saddened by this news, and they loved watching him as much as trouble El Torón had given them. It was almost impossible for them to wrangle him. They had to wait till he was asleep, and they finally captured him. It took him a few days, and he got sent off. And when the day came for his bullfight to happen, El Torón finally got in the ring in Monterrey. The crowd was stunned by the sheer size of El Torón and the way he moved. The matador comes out. Immediately, El Torón bolts across, gores the matador. A second matador comes out. He gets gored as well. Then El Torón gores a horse. And finally, the third matador was able to take El Torón down in traditional fashion after being weakened by multiple picadoras. Once the news got back to the ranch where El Torón was from, the vaqueros were extremely sad. That night, there was a huge party, everyone got drunk, and they shared stories about El Torón. That left the ranch unattended. El Torón's offspring broke out of the ranch and escaped to the mountains. And both male and female cattle had ran off into the mountains. And people had wondered, did they survive in those mountains? What happened? And 3 decades later, a huntsman went up to the mountains and found a whole population of thriving wild bulls inside the mountain. El Torón's courageous fight allowed an entire species to escape captivity and populate itself and establish a population in the wild on a whole nother continent. So my bike is named after El Torón and represents masculinity, fatherhood, and also just the bike itself, the agility, the speed for having such a large bike. It's a KTM 890 Adventure R. It's a fast bike. It's not the smallest in the world. It's got bullhorns on it. I could ride it downstairs. I could be pushing it 100 miles per hour. It's fun. I'm building into a little art piece. It represents masculinity, fatherhood, and thought the name El Torón was one of the most fitting after hearing that. And yeah, this is the story. Thanks for watching. I'm making a lot more awesome, entertaining content for you to enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and more to share soon. Thanks.